By the way, did you guys see that Burr's wife was getting strays? What a weird... Oh God, what a weird reply. Did you guys see that Burr's wife was getting strays? Apparently in one of the clips of Donald Trump, it was Burr was in the background, like just like not paying attention or whatever, not really caring. And then his wife like looked at the camera and flipped it off because Donald Trump was on camera. And the responses to it have been absolutely unhinged. I think, what was Laura Loomer's response to it? Can I see Laura Loomer's response to it? Here it is. See, that's it. That's the whole clip. That's the whole clip. And the reaction to Burr and his wife has been absolutely insane. Absolutely insane. That's really it. It's just that's it. Let's look it up. Let's look it up. I gotta see a few of these. Here it is. Here's Laura Loomer's. First, she does the dumb line shit. Okay. I don't know. I don't even know. Isn't the line supposed to be you're standing like upright, straight? Like, okay, it doesn't even matter. The line shit's stupid. It's not science. It's just dumb manosphere nonsense. But listen to the message she posted along with this. Why is Burr married to this? Isn't he a millionaire? Lol. If you're a millionaire, prioritize your health and get a personal trainer. There is no excuse for rich people to be severely obese and unhealthy. If you have money, prioritize your health. First off, you know that she chose the photo where she's gonna look the largest from a certain angle. You know, that's just the type of person Laura Loomer is. If you look at other photos of Burr with his wife, for example, one second, Burr and his wife, you can find other examples where, oh, that isn't that crazy. That's fine. Like the way she like painted her is as if she was like, she's like morbidly obese. She's fine. She's not that obese. She's fine. Point is though, she went after Burr's wife because Burr's wife flipped off Donald Trump and now is trying to like at Burr and be like, why would you be married to this? Okay, first off, it might be because he loves her, and maybe it's hard for Laura Loomer, who was born without a soul, has been trying to possess and steal the souls of others for generations, for the eons that she has crawled this earth. She is just go like when she goes in a Tim Pool podcast, you should look at her. She's starting to lean towards Tim, and because she's trying to suck it out, trying to suck the soul out of her. And that's why she acts so soulless, whether it's towards the Muslim community, whether it's towards her dumb actions on Twitter HQ when she handcuffed herself to Twitter HQ with a Star of David on because she got banned and she tried to compare it to the Holocaust, whether it was her defenses of Kanye West's anti-Semitism while also trying to claim her Jewish identity as a weapon against other people. Point is, maybe it's because she doesn't know what love is. It's just hard for her to relate to it. But man, can I just say quick, if you're this rich, if I'm super wealthy, if I'm wealthy and married and in my 30s and 40s, your body's number one going to be going through like natural transformations. It's going to be hard for you to keep as skinny as you always were in your teens, your 30s, as you go up in age. But like, if I'm rich as fuck, why would I care? I'm married. I already, like, we love each other already, okay? This is who I am. I like big steaks. I like, I don't get one steak, I get 2 steaks when I go to a steakhouse. I'll spend a lot of money on steakhouse. I love the potatoes. I love the garlic. I love the grease. I love the steak. I like the hot sauce. I like food. And I'm rich and we're married, so I can do that. Now, if it gets to a point where you're, like, bloated, right? You're getting the levels where you can't move and you gotta get like a stick to wipe your ass or something, then it's a problem. But the least you can expect of a millionaire couple is that it can enjoy a fucking steak, okay? Putting all that aside, who in their right mind would choose a fight with Burr and go after his wife like this? Who in their right mind thinks this is a good idea? It'd be one thing if she was just like Burr's wife, or just said his wife's name, which, by the way, none of them are saying his name. It's all Burr's wife. Bill Burr's wife was inappropriate. He could do that. Say, the UFC is an upstanding organization away from vulgarities like flipping people off. You can say that and we'll all laugh at you if you want to. Why go after the fact that they're married in the first place? You're just asking for Bill Burr to scalp you. Why would you pick a fight with Bill Burr? He's going to scalp you. He's going to roast you. He's going to drag you through the mud. He's going to call you a dumb idiot. He's going to make you look like the dumbest schmuck in town. The dumbest schmuck in Schmuckville. And not to mention, you're Laura fucking Loomer. Do you know how much material is on this sad, pathetic piece of shit? How can you as a Jew go on the Alex Jones show and say to Alex Jones with straight face, wait, you know, when he says he likes Hitler, I understand that what he really means, and it's actually okay that he loves Hitler. How can you behave like that and then go after comedians when you know that ammunition's out on you? When you know that the clips and clips and clips of ammunition that you've provided. I mean, I'm sorry, can we just quickly, Laura Loomer, handcuff herself to Twitter HQ again? So this is when Laura Loomer got banned off of Twitter. She got banned off of Twitter because after a terror attack, she called for Muslims to be barred from a taxi service to make it so they couldn't drive people around because she was upset that her Uber was a Muslim. That's why she was upset. And so they decided that they were going to come out over to Twitter HQ and protest. And her protest was by putting the Star of David on her chest to say she got banned because she was Jewish, even though she was banned because she called for non-Muslim taxi service. She was like, no Muslims driving taxi. That's why she got banned. And then handcuffed herself to Twitter HQ. But she's such a dumb idiot that she handcuffed herself to one of the doors, not both of them. So as you can see, the Twitter employees just went around her. It became a completely fruitless effort. And you go like an hour and a half in it. She's still out there. Nothing's changed. Employees are still working. She's still making a clown of herself. This is the type of activism she engages in, which is attention whore seeking behavior. That's all it is. This isn't activism. This is, woe is me, I'm the victim. This is like when all the Jews died. That's what this is. It's using the Holocaust and the persecution of Nazis to try to say that the time you got banned off Twitter for being a bigoted asshole is actually anti-Semitic. And then you do a protest, not even well, handcuffing yourself to one door, unable to shut down Twitter HQ. And so you basically just stand out in the cold for an hour and a half, looking like an idiot. Look at the employees just going, like, just literally going around her. Just literally going around her. Look at that. Boom. Done. What did this accomplish? What did this accomplish? How do you have this material on you and you go after Bill Burr's wife while adding Bill Burr to try to make sure he sees it? You're insane. You're insane. You're insane. I'm just going to say, for everyone's sake, that when Bill Burr does respond, if he responds, if he dignifies it with a response, well, if he responds, he's not going to dignify it. But if he does respond, we're going to need to put Laura Loomer on suicide watch, okay? Breaking. Bill Burr's career was murdered last night by his wife at a UFC event held at Madison Square Garden. Be on the lookout if you see this rotten fat bitch. She is highly toxic and is rumored to have the power of extinguishing a person's manhood. Mr. Burr lost his... Wait, okay, so why... How did Burr lose his manhood by she flipping her... What was he supposed to do? Like, turn over? Dumb broad, you have opinions? Karate chop! Like, what was he supposed to do? Is he so insecure that he can't deal with his wife having opinions? Do you think Bill Burr is like a Trump fanatic? Do you think he's like a MAGA guy? Build the wall. I don't remember him yelling that shit. I don't think he's a MAGA fanatic. I think if he's married to the woman, you know, he knows her, he probably has some idea of her politics and has accepted those politics while being married to her, which is part of marriage. I don't think this is going to murder his career. You want to know why? Because Bill Burr's fucking funny. And whether or not his wife flipped off Donald Trump does not change the fact that Bill Burr's fucking funny. My goodness. You know, here's somebody who I would like to see a Bill Burr Donald Trump debate. That'd be a funny debate. I'd watch that debate any day of the week. That's the real 2024 debate we need. You know how Ethan Klein did that Sam Cedar moment where he was going to do Steven Crowder's podcast and had Sam Cedar crash it, and then Steven Crowder was like, oh, how da, and it didn't go well. Can we do that with Joe Biden and Bill Burr? Can he be like, I know tonight you were expecting for me to bust up this malarkey, but I got this ginger to do it instead. And then he just walks out on stage. That'd be great. Bill made a career out of making fun of feminist women and then ended up marrying one. What are they talking about? Obviously, Bill Burr's wife didn't take the hit from Kathy Griffith. You flip off Trump back like a coward on national television. You're flipping off 100 million supporters of their faces, many being fans of her husband. Believe it or not, leftist ladies, actions have consequences. If you're such a pussy that you can't deal with Bill Burr's wife not liking Donald Trump and flipping him off after saying he wanted to suspend the U.S. Constitution or for whatever reason that she flipped him off, then I don't know if you're really like, I don't even know if you really watch Bill Burr. I don't even know if you really watch. I think maybe you watched YouTube clips from Bill Burr, but it's not like Bill Burr has particularly like been like all feminists suck anything. Like he'll like make fun of like like crazy, like man hating people. But I've never seen anything from him, which the point of his jokes was, man, feminism is really stupid. Women should not have opinions. I hope women stop speaking up about politics or flipping people off. I think if anything has been clear from Bill Burr's career is that he's perfectly happy with telling people to fuck off and fuck you and fuck this and fuck that. So I don't know how you pick up that the conclusion here is that Bill Burr is going to feel the consequences of his wife having an opinion. I could tell my kids this was Bill Burr and his wife. Good, actually. What's this, Bill Burr? Please see this. They're praying. They really want to, dude, people want to see them respond to this, man. People want to see him respond to it, and I want to see him respond to it. God, I hope they respond. Wait, did Paul Joseph Watson respond to this? Oh, okay. Let's see. Age restricted. Okay, let me watch it on YouTube. By the way, Paul Joseph Watson is that guy in that leaked phone call who talked about all the Jews and all. I don't want to take out the clip, but he's a horrible racist sack of shit. And I wanted to make sure that I poisoned the well at the start of it. But no, he is a piece of shit.
Donald Trump and Tucker Carlson received a raucous standing ovation from about 20,000 fans at the latest UFC event.
Making his way into the building.
Actually, make that 19,999 because one attendee was visibly less enthusiastic about their appearance. Hold up, let's see that again. It's no other than comedian Bill Burr's wife, Nia Renee Hill. You can't take her anywhere. Forget all the trials and indictments. Trump 2024 was ended right here. But Hill flipping the bird quickly morphed into an online sociological study about the dangers of picking the wrong relationship partner. This seemingly inane moment has turned into a huge cautionary tale, with many asking how Burr, who made his name skewering political correctness, feminism and woke...
The women are just constantly patting themselves on the back about how difficult their lives are, and no one corrects them because they want to fuck them.
Ended up with someone so woke.
Okay, so Paul Joseph Watson, I think, probably has a mental deficiency of some sort. Or he's dishonest. Probably a combination of both. You can like have beliefs about women's and men's relationship, about women don't know how good they got it, and you can do that type of observational comedy about how men and women interact in relationships. You can have that and also believe that women have a right to vote and have opinions and cannot like Donald Trump. You don't even know why she doesn't like Donald Trump. You have no fucking idea. What if you sat down and she was like, well, you know, I think Donald Trump betrayed our Kurdish allies. And you have zero clue. Did you talk to her? Did you ask her? You have no idea. All you know is that she doesn't like Donald Trump. Maybe she'll say, I don't like that he said he just wanted to suspend the Constitution. I don't like that he tried to steal the 2020 election. I don't like his rhetoric. I don't like this. I don't like that. I don't like the blowing up of the Iran deal. Who knows what it is? I don't know how politically involved his wife is. He doesn't know how politically involved his wife is. You have no clue. What if her position is like, I don't like the Trump tax cuts. I think they rewarded the ultra wealthy and did not do enough to give tax credits to working class people. We have no idea. You just saw black woman doesn't like Trump, therefore feminist, crazy, woman have opinions, bad. And that's what that boils down to. It's woman had opinion was vulgar towards Trump, bad. Why would Bill Burr care if his wife is slightly vulgar? Bill Burr is extremely vulgar. He insults people all the time. How do you look at Bill Burr's comedy and get that surprised that he would have a wife who would be comfortable saying fuck you?
Hill previously salivated over Trump catching coronavirus and has despised him for over a decade. Guys, one of the many lessons of Bill Burr's wife flipping off President Trump: do not marry a toxic woke nightmare unless you want your life to be a living hell. Come on, it can't be that bad, can it? I mean, your first red flag is your wife not taking your last name. Not exactly a great start, is it? But Burr...
Who cares? Who cares?
Himself has let slip a few details that suggest the warning signs are there. The comedian basically admitted that he has to get approval for his jokes by first running them through the Nia Renee Hill purity filter.
Are you married?
Yeah, no, she's the best.
Okay.
She's a saint, and she puts up with me. And I actually run jokes by her.
Do you really?
Yeah, like, should I say this? Is this going to, nowadays there's always that, should I? It's so weird now.
I wondered why he'd become a lot less funny.
Why is that so bad? Is that bad for a person to be interested in their work and review it with their significant? I know that Paul Joseph Watson is a lonely sack of shit who will probably die alone. But like, I understand it's difficult for him to understand, right? But is that so bad? Like, when I have a significant other, would I not want to talk to them? I mean, the nature of my work is a little strange, but talk to them about the projects that I'm working on. And like, hey, do you think this is a good idea to say? I do that with my buddies all the time. I'm like, you think this is too much? Am I going too far here? Am I out of line? People should have some sort of, self-filtering, but make sure that, a little bit of peer review is never too bad. But Paul Joseph Watson never uses peer review. He wouldn't know what a peer-reviewed study was if it slapped him in the face. So I doubt he cares that much.
In recent years, she's been writing his material.
Women aren't, as a gender, funny. For most men, if they can't make women laugh, they're out.
By the way, Bill Burr's still funny. His new movie sucked, but he's still a funny guy.
Evolutionary contest. They're never going to get laid. Most men are fantastically unattractive.
By the way, somebody can be a funny stand-up comedian and not good in movies. And Bill Burr's okay in movies, but that grown-up thing he did recently, that was not good.
I don't think Bill snagged a wife by being particularly dashingly handsome, but then again...
You got to ask some questions here.
Burr's propensity to go against the grain seemed to disappear around.
Dude, Paul Joseph Watson's a fucking pencil neck geek. I'm positive if I fell on him in the wrong way, he'd snap in half. He has no room to go after anyone else's physique or image.
Around 2020, when he became decidedly less edgy and a lot more normie.
I got really into vaccines during COVID. I can't stop getting them now.
Someone had a word.
Is that it? He likes vaccines. He likes the thing that helped annihilate measles and polio. Is that too cringe? Is it too cringe? He's like, hey, I would like to not die from COVID. I'd like the symptoms to be lessened if I took the vaccine. Is that crazy? You're so on the fringes of society. Like, what did you want Bill Burr's position to be? COVID's fake. Is that the only way it would be? Like, cool and edgy and hip, and then he would be the true Bill Burr you always knew? Was there ever a Bill Burr that was like, measles is okay, polio's fine, let's live with that. That sounds like a good idea.
It's just fucking creepy to have guys like Mayor Garcetti be in charge of telling people whether or not they get to work. Like, that's not what a governor's supposed to be. That's not what a mayor's supposed to be.
They're trying to look out for your best interest the whole fucking time. There's been fucking assholes on my street.
Why so his whole implication is Bill Burr has no autonomy. His wife controls everything. It's not that he has his own independent opinions. It's that his wife is controlling his dialogue and he's pussy whipped. That seems to be the implication. It can't be that, hey, Bill Burr checks some of his jokes with his wife because maybe he's interested in his work and his wife is interested in his work and they have a loving, functional relationship and they sometimes discuss work at home. It can't be that. No. It must be that his wife is the puppeteer controlling his politics from the back scene. Get the fuck out of here, loveless hack.
Walking around, no masks, you know, not quarantining like the people that come by the houses. You see the fucking, you know, the same people that were going in and out of the house who are not part of their family still going in and out of the house.
You want people to walk down the street with a mask on?
Let's not start this, John.
Do you, though?
Let's not start this.
Anthony Cumia reacted to the controversy by sharing some inside baseball. I certainly learned what an overbearing POS this woman was years ago when she made Bill cut all ties with me. Don't be fooled by his tough guy persona. This woman runs every aspect of his life.
Why would this guy know this? How would this guy know this?
Comedy has changed since he's been with her. Or in other words... there's an awful lot of leaning in here, Bill. I'm getting strong Will Smith, Jada Pinkett Smith vibes.
Let me make some noise. Yo, make some noise. Make some noise for my wife. Yeah.
This video is sponsored by Kamikoto Japanese Steel Knives. Look at that beauty.
Why would anyone sponsor this? What do these knives have to do with pussy whipping? Oh, whatever. Maybe it's so his viewers. Never mind. Let me keep going.
$50 discount on any purchase. The best way is by supporting my sponsor. Now back to the video. Bill Burr's comedic bits about being henpecked were funny until last night. That really is his life. He's not doing jokes, he's doing a spoken word cry for help.
Oh, look at these sweet little fucking ice creams. It's like,
why is it so crazy that his wife is an independent person who can have their own politics? Is this how it's gonna work? Let's say I go out for dinner one day. And I'm like on a date with somebody, my significant other, and there's a politician comes in. Maybe I like him, maybe I don't. And my significant other be like, "Man, screw you, man. You bombed so and so, and that sucked." Am I now pussy whipped? Am I whipped because they expressed their opinion in a public setting? Is it how it's supposed to work? Is you do not undermine me in my household or in public. You agree with me. I am the man. I make the politics. I make the political decisions. Is that how we're working? We have one vote in the household, the man's vote.
my husband's dick. Small but sweet.
What makes this even funnier is that Burr, who is so pussy whipped he can't even write jokes without being censored by his wife, has repeatedly done bits about—
What do you mean censored by his wife? He runs stuff by his wife. Like, you think that's too much?
Pussy whipped men.
John Lennon and Paul McCartney redefined pussy whipped. You have to watch this fucking video. It's John Lennon is singing with Chuck Berry. And even though she has no fucking talent whatsoever, he's putting her in the fucking band just so she'll shut the fuck up and stop nagging him, because he's too much of a fucking pussy. She picks up the mic and I swear to God goes,
self-awareness. Let's check.
Actually,
okay. Paul Joseph Watson's fucking mentally disabled. And I'm not trying to make fun of mentally disabled people. And I feel bad for comparing them to Paul Joseph Watson. There's a difference between, at a public event, we have a UFC fight, right? It's not, as far as I know, Bill Burr's not a UFC fighter. His wife isn't a UFC fighter. That'd be a cool side gig, though. They're at a public event. They're not performing anything. If she, like, ran up on stage while I was doing a joke and grabbed the mic and said, "Why'd the chicken cross the road?" Then I'd be like, yeah, this does seem like Bill Burr's just kind of letting her do whatever she wants, just walking all over him. But he was sitting there doing nothing. She's sitting there doing nothing, about to watch a UFC fight. She sees the camera, sees Trump. Fuck Trump. She sent that message. How does that pussy whip him? That's her expressing her own opinion. Is he that afraid of, like, an opinionated woman? Paul Joseph Watson, it's impossible to imagine that in a relationship, that a man and a woman might agree, might disagree, but a man and a woman can both express themselves politically in public. Shocker.
Run jokes by her.
Pussy whipped.
Takes one to know one, eh, Bill? And speaking of women not being funny,
women aren't funny.
Did his wife write this one?
Let's talk white women here, shall we? The woke movement was supposed to be about people of color not getting opportunities, the at-bats that they deserved. And then somehow, white women swung their Gucci-booted feet over the fence of oppression and stuck themselves at the front of the line. I've never heard so much complaining.
It is true. I believe white women are the #1 beneficiaries of, like, of affirmative action programs. I mean, that doesn't mean there's no problems that white women face, but, I mean, he is hitting on something.
In my life from white women. My life is so hard with my SUV and my heated seats.
Yeah, because Karen's right. New material not really up to scratch. One person still finds him funny, though.
Naya has been fucking awesome since 2012. She's the best. Nia is the reason why Bill Burr is awesome.
Wait, is that supposed to be an indictment? Hassan thinks he's funny, therefore it's bad. Is that how it works? Hassan thinks it's funny, therefore it's bad. Okay, got you. I want to see the Paul Joseph Watson comedy special.
Endorsement. Meanwhile, shitlibs reacted by pretending that armies of MAGA were snowflaking out over it. Trumpers, your misogyny, racism, and hypocrisy are showing. You love your fuck Biden flags on lawns and trucks in front of kids, but complain when a woman does this. Free speech. I find it a tad ironic that some of the same people who fly fuck Biden flags on their lawn for my 6-year-old to read are angry that stand-up comedian Bill Burr's wife, Nia Renee Hill, flipped off Donald Trump while attending a UFC match. So the fuck.
If I read messages where people are saying, like, there will be consequences, there's 100 million Trump supporters, we will break, like, that is, yeah, they were freaking out about it. There were conservatives freaking out about it. Laura Loomer was freaking out about it, getting really weird about it. You're getting weird about it. You're getting really animated about it. I'm getting animated about it. But yeah, no, Trump supporters were, I mean, it depends on the Trump supporter. I assume some cared less than others. Yeah, some of them, got pretty heated about it.
Joe Biden crowd are upset that Nia Renee Hill flipped off Trump at the UFC event. Who's complaining? Who's upset? Who's angry? Talking about it because it's funny that he's sat next to her and he's completely oblivious to it all. And because he rose to prominence by going after toxic femininity, otherwise...
That's not how he rose to prominence. What the fuck are you talking about? They make it sound like Bill Burr was rising up on the fuck women, like, comedy circuit. He would make commentary about the relationships in men and women from a man's perspective, complaining about things that women sometimes do in relationships. That's what he would do. He was never like, women, political opinions, publicly? Nah, broad, in the kitchen. And then everyone's, yeah, that's not how he rose to prominence. He didn't make jokes like that. He's never made jokes like that. No, none of his comedy and the values he espoused in his early comedy and his new comedy, even the hyperbolic stuff, like, none of it was ever, women just don't have opinion. Women just don't have opinion. The only one I can even vaguely remember was when he was saying, the president of the United States' wife should not be talking about politics. I didn't elect her. And I will have the same rule when a woman gets elected in there. I don't want to hear what the first husband has to say. That's like the only joke I remember that could be vaguely related to that, but it has to do with the presidency, not just an individual expressing their political events at a UFC fight or in any public setting.
Otherwise known as feminism, but now appears to be very much labouring under its malign influence. That's why they're talking about it, not because they're offended. I mean, you don't have to be some MRA incel to understand that pursuing women with ugly beliefs is going to end up in some very ugly outcomes. The dangerous rise of men who won't date woke women. Illustrated version. The dangerous rise of men making sensible, evolutionary sound mating decisions that'll go a long way to securing the future of their brethren for generations to come. Oh no, the horror. Don't worry, woke girls, there's still plenty of men who will.
Where are you going?
To James's house.
Do you have to?
Silly, of course I do.
I thought this episode was over.
It's just a single night. At the end of the day, I'm with you.
True.
There's plenty more
who is he arguing with?
Fish in the sea, especially when the sea is a vast, unfathomably deep ocean of desperate cooks and simps. They'll even stick by you during your OnlyFans phase. But suffice to say, Bill Burr is a cautionary tale.
Not just on one level either.
Making a lifelong...
Wait, what was that? What was that? Wait, what was that? Do interracial marriages have higher divorce rates? How is it a cautionary tale if they're not divorced? They're not. It would be a cautionary tale if they got divorced. They're not divorced. You can't say it's a cautionary tale for interracial divorce rates if they're not divorced and they're still happily married. This is not even this is I guess this is racism. It's just failed racism. Like, well, I don't even like. Is it just like it's a failed marriage because interracial marriages don't work? That's why it's a cautionary tale, but they're still happy together.
Either.
Making a lifelong commitment to someone whose views and values are diametrically opposed to your own, someone who won't stop at humiliating you in front of millions of viewers.
They didn't humiliate him. She flipped off Trump. How does that humiliate him?
Express those views.
She didn't flip off him.
Values? Probably not the best idea.
God, Paul Joseph Watson's fucking annoying. Jesus Christ.